Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Manifesting Your Desires. It is Antonio checking in. And today, I want to talk about using or allowing meditation to help you process your grief and your trauma. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I realize when you allow yourself to grieve and heal, you get to a point where you become at peace. And once you become at peace, you learn that everything is okay. Everything is going to work out. And the reason why I also made this video is because for me, growing up, the holidays, I always spent the holidays with my grandparents. And one of my grandparents, my grandmother, to be direct, her birthday was always, well, not always, her birthday is on Christmas. I was going to say her birthday was always on Christmas, but her birthday is Christmas. So, growing up, every holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I was with her, And of course, Christmas Day, we would celebrate Christmas and her birthday. So it'd be like a big festive party. I mean, now I'm at a point now where I don't really be stunned these holidays, but it is what it is. Even if it wasn't Christmas, the fact that December 25th is still her actual birthday. So, and the thing about the grief with my grandparents is I grew up with both of them. Like literally growing up, my grandma whose birthday was on Christmas, she stayed in this house we all stayed on the same street. She stayed in this house. We had a neighbor in the middle. Then we had my grandma and my great grandma on my mom's side. So literally both of my grandparents was on the same street on both sides, which is rare, but that's how it was for me. So I was bouncing back and forth to grandparent to grandparent house because they was on the same street. So the thing about grief is the fact that sometimes it don't hit you right then and there. Like my great grandmother on my mom's side, when she passed, she was older. We kind of knew that she was transitioning. I actually stayed with her. So when she passed, of course, it was sad. I was shedding tears, but I actually kind of expected that. We as a unit, as a family, we was already knowing that, hey, she about to pass. And when you know somebody about to pass, you prepare and it make the transition a little smooth. And I actually keep a picture of her in my car. She always wore all white. She called herself the Miracle Woman. But the grandma on my dad's side, whose birthday was on Christmas, when she passed, I didn't really grieve right then and there, if that makes sense, because her passing was unexpected. And the fact that I didn't grieve right then, and you cannot force yourself to grieve. If you're just not grieving, you're just not grieving, man. I mean, when I got the news, of course, when she passed years ago, where I remember vividly where I was at, I broke down crying. But even after that, it seemed like I didn't kind of process it. And it wasn't until last Christmas, I was ill. I got off work Christmas Eve, and I just broke down crying. I'm talking not like just tears coming out my eyes, like real, the ugly face crying. Sometimes you can have tears just falling, then you got that ugly face. I was the ugly face, and I was sick the whole Christmas. I couldn't spend Christmas. I literally spent Christmas at home by myself because I was so sick. My daughter and her mom, they went out to her sister's house, and I couldn't go because I just was physically sick, mentally, spiritually. Like I was horrible. I mean, later on that day, I did manage to get myself together and actually go over there. But the last Christmas last year on her birthday, it hit me really hard. All those years of not really grieving or just kind of just the day-to-day life, because you got to think COVID happened it's a lot of things that happened after she passed, so you really couldn't like process it. I had a daughter. Like, it's just so much that went on during that time frame. And last year was the first year that I can honestly say I grieved. And I knew mentally that, okay, we got another Christmas coming up, and I don't want to not be there for my daughter because of my grieving, even though it's like out of my control. But leading up to, you know, Christmas and these days, the holidays, I was like, man, I just need to sign. I need a sign to know that, you know, my ancestors, my grandparents are at peace. Because, you know, we hear the saying, rest in peace. And, you know, even though spirit is infinite, you know, you still want to, you know, let them rest in peace. And I feel like sometimes if we grieving and holding on to certain spirits, I just got this mindset, it's like they not resting in peace, even though it's spirit and they are resting in peace. But I learned that, you know, even when it come to grieving, you got to grieve, you got to heal, and you got to let it go. And that's the part that's always like, So, you know, this holiday spirit, this holiday season, because even my great grandmother right here, her birthday is closer to Thanksgiving. So I got one great grandmother who's closer to Thanksgiving and one grandmother who's actually on Christmas. So, you know, around the holiday time, it's like, you know, you don't have your grandparents no more. It's like, you feel me? It just ain't the same how you was growing up, but you got to learn how to let that go and accept the new. So I asked for a sign. You know, spiritually, universally, I asked for a sign to let me know that my ancestors, my grandparents are okay, you know. And I got the sign, you know, because I'm not really crazy over astrology and horoscope, but my zodiac sign is a Cancer, which is water, which is emotional. And that emotion, I have a strong intuition, a strong discernment. So one day I decided to, I was like, I haven't did DoorDash in a minute. I was like, man, let me just do DoorDash, kill some time. And the first order that came in, mind you, my grandmother's address, my great-grandmother's address, her old address was 2196. This was the next day after. And the first order that I got, I was delivering to an address with the number 2196. I was like, yo, okay, that's a sign that, you know, she's okay, you know, because she always comes to me in dreams and whatnot. But my grandmother, whose birthday is on Christmas, I also asked, like, yo, let me see a sign that, you know, that she's okay and I can be at ease this year. And I had a dream. And in that dream, my grandmother, she made me food. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember her being happy in the dream and bringing me a plate of food. And I was like, wow, she was really happy. So I woke up, I was like, okay, that's the sign. And then, you know, just last night, I had another dream about all three of them. So the first dream, the first part of the dream, it was like I was on the street that my great-grandmother that she lived on. And I really don't remember that part vividly, but I remember before I woke up, my grandmother, whose birthday is on Christmas, I was driving her and my grandfather around, which was her husband. And growing up, I didn't really know much about my grandfather because he was pretty much to himself. He would stay in his room, smoke his cigarettes, play his lottery. I just knew that he liked smoking cigarettes, playing lottery, and drinking coffee. That was just his things. But I had that dream and I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm at peace. And it was so simple because I feel like me meditating has allowed me to calm myself down, my mental. It allowed me to deal with a lot of things internally that I may not be able to have the money to go to a therapist right now. Or, you know, sometimes therapy come in different forms. And for me, meditation is a form of therapy. And just maybe I have a privilege or a talent or a mindset to process certain things and self-heal. And meditation is really helping me with that. So I just want anybody to know that whatever grief, whatever trauma you're going through, it's no set time for you to heal, because everybody's journey is different. But there does get to a point in time where you have to let go. And however you feel that you let go, is you let go. And throughout life, it's always signs that, my ancestors, my grandparents are with me. And like I said, I don't know if anyone has experienced like losing someone through death close to you, but it's a process. And I can honestly say, like, this is the first time this year where I feel like, okay, I think I kind of let it go. I know they're at peace, because the signs that I've been getting from them have been a relief. The signs have been uplifting. It's not been dreams where they just seem like they terrorizing, or they didn't cross over to the next realm properly. Like in the dreams, they seem pretty happy. And the signs that I get, it shows that, I'm the only one that's grieving. And, I had a real strong relationship with my grandmothers. So I feel like they are really like protecting me and guiding me, because every time I ask for a sign, they show themselves. Like my grandparents, my grandmothers, like they really like loved me. So it's like, and I had a moment in my life where I stayed with both of them, because growing up in the hood, a lot of people stay with their grandparents. So that's how meditation has allowed me, and still allowing me, to process my grief, my trauma, so I can heal. Because like I said, man, losing loved ones to death is, but death is supposed to be that transition where, they may not be here in the physical and their spirit is still within me. And it's crazy that I make this channel, because my great grandmother, she was very, very spiritual. That's why she always in all white. And I feel like part of her spirit is in me. That's why I'm on this journey making this channel, because it's deeper than what I even realized. And my grandmother on my dad's side, whose birthday was on Christmas, she was a free spirit. She loved to cook. That was her thing. She would cook. She would drink her little beer or whatever. But, it is what it is. So to anybody out there that's going through any type of grief or trauma, on my end, specifically anybody that's going through any grief during this holiday spirit because of the loss of loved ones, like, I feel you. Like, for real, for real. And just know that it's no rush to heal. There's no rush to process your trauma or your grief. It's a journey. But you are going to get to a point where you have to let it go, man. And know that everything is all right. Everything is at peace. And if you want to keep certain things to keep you mindful that they are okay, because they're not in the physical no more. So they gone. But if you want to keep little things, like how I keep a picture and certain things I keep in my memory that just put a smile on my face, it's okay. But that grief and that trauma that come with it, you got to learn to let it go. But it's on your time. It's on your time to do that. Don't let nobody rush your process, your journey, your healing. But I can't honestly say that meditation has been allowing me to remain calm and process all of my trauma, all of my dealings. And it puts me in the mindset that, hey, man, I know that everything is going to be all right, because as long as I cultivate a certain mindset, then for sure I will have everything that I desire. And this is what was just on my mind today, learning to be at peace. Because when you're at peace, you're able to, attract more of the things, even if it's just small things, good food, good relationship, laughter, just the ability to just sit there and just relax, to chill out. Sometimes that's just good as going out here trying to make something shake. Being able to chill, relax, and have a peace of mind, enjoy a good movie with your family, just chilling on the couch. You don't always have to be in grind mode or, oh, I got to be perfect. Sometimes the best things in life, man, is the real simplest things, man. And the more I meditate, it's like the more my awareness grows, the more my mindset remains calm, the more I'm just able to just enjoy like every breath and every step, and not be so just gung-ho about things happening when I want them to happen, but just trust in divine order. And that's what we're going to leave off. Trust in divine order. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay down. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Don't forget to meditate. Peace out.